Health officials have noted a slight drop in COVID-19 cases and rates. However, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sharon Belmar-George warns citizens to stick with the protocols to maintain that trend. Saint Lucia's COVID-19 curve peaked in January 2021, which led to the island surpassing 1,000 cases. Dr. George says if persons let up on the measures, this may lead to a similar situation.
So we are not in a position to relax. We are not in a position to get back into normal life. We have to ensure that we remain vigilant, we maintain all of the protocols that are in place. As much as possible, we avoid social gatherings because we are still at a point where the numbers can go back to what we have seen between the middle of January, where the numbers, this was our highest peak to date.
The government placed the island under a state of emergency to impose a curfew to restrict movement and slow the spread of transmission. The authorities also decided to scale down operations. Dr. George says the island is now witnessing the effects of protocols implemented in the last 14 days.
Saint Lucia is in a very, very critical position at this point, with 332 active cases and the capacity for exponential increase. We are not out of the woods. We are not in a safe zone as yet. It means we need to remain extremely vigilant. We have to ensure that we remain very focused as to the point where we're at. We are beginning to see the results from the measures that were put in place 2 weeks ago, because due to the incubation period of COVID-19, when you put measures in place, there is a delay as to the effect of those measures.
The government has allowed for the reopening of commercial activity. The Chief Medical Officer cautions persons to refrain from social activities and remain at home as much as possible.
We are not in a good place. I think the public needs to be very, very cognizant that any change at this point is not because we are in a good place. It's not because we are free from COVID. And they should not feel relaxed to go back. As much as possible, if you could stay home, you stay home. You do your essential activities. It is not a time. We are